Nature gives us an abundance of herbs, and we just need to know how to preserve them. It's a fun little thing that I've been wanting to try for a while, but you kind of have to do it once you do your harvest in the garden. Drying the carrot top, the leaves for winter storage. Now, I've seen this quite a few times on quite a few different videos, but I haven't done it just for the fact that, well, last year I forgot. And most of the stuff at the store is already so sprayed that I really don't want to even bother with all that extra contamination. So, carrot top leaves are excellent. Dry it the same way you would dry parsley and whatever else. Any other kind of herb that you would have. And I do have a bag down here. This is all carrot top leaves that I actually salvaged last night when we picked the carrots out of the garden. So they need to be green. They need to be healthy looking. If there are any yellow spots or any dead pieces or black pieces, just pick it out. And I'm going to put it into the dehydrator and see how it goes. All these are rose buds, or the rose hip buds. I picked out of a bush, dried them out, and now I'm going to store them for winter. Here's the thing. This is the first time I've ever done this. Now, I don't know, is there an easier method to drying a rosebud? These rose buds, rose hip buds, however you want to call them. So I just put them in the dehydrator and let them dry for several days. Slow process drying these things out. Really, really slow process. But I think during the winter, these teas will taste so much better. So I kind of like the rattle sound to it. It makes it. I like the sound of it. Maybe you guys don't. But I can definitely tell you it smells really, really sweet. Go, these beautiful little buds. You'd think there would be a different name for them. But what do I know? So, if it's there an expert out there on rose hip buds, and a better way to dry them, in drying, storing, preserving, put it in the comments below. As it was recommended off several videos, is that you're supposed to trim the stem or the leaves, the stem portion, trim it off, and then that way you have the leaves itself. So there's two ways of doing this. You can either put it in the dehydrator on super low heat, or you can tie it up in bundles and then hang it up on something and let it air dry for about a week. Now I have such a small amount here in the box. I'm going to try the dehydrator method first. I have all the carrot green tops all layered in the dehydrator. Now I'm going to set it at its lowest temperature. Hold this while filming. Oh, not 70 degrees Celsius. So, okay, 35 degrees Celsius, that is the lowest temperature. So 35, that's about 110 degrees, which is fine. 110 degrees Fahrenheit, sorry. Time, and then minus it down to, said between 4 and 6 hours. So we'll do that and start. Okay, and off we go. After 6 hours, we'll come back and see what it looks like. It should be completely dry because it's such a gentle leaf. We are 4 hours into the drying process, about 2 hours and 20 minutes left. And as you can see, if you can hear it, it is drying so nicely, these carrot tops. So, starting to get nice, and no, I'm not going to say crispy yet, but it's getting there. This batch here is fresh parsley leaves. And dried parsley at the store is very expensive. Well, any dried herb is expensive due to the fact that it lasts the longest. You can freeze it, you can put it in the fridge, but for time being, if you would have some kind of emergency where the power would go out for a long, you would have to use up all that food quite quickly. So drying is the best process, and same with the carrot tops, maximum 6 hours on the lowest temperature of 35 degrees Celsius or about 120 degrees Fahrenheit. So there is that. Let's find out what's going on with the carrot tops. Oh, they are completely dry. Okay, so I did have to put it for a couple of extra hours. They are completely dry and crispy, and the stems, I guess they're dry also, but the leaves are what I was more interested in. I will can this up, not can it up, but just put it in a jar with a lid. Hey, I wanted to show you guys this. This is what it looks like when you're finally finished putting all the carrot leaves. It goes everywhere like Christmas tree, pine tree needles. It kind of goes all over the place. So there's an FYI for anybody who's going to be doing this. Make sure your whole countertop is covered. And I do use a funnel for everything to get the leaves out. It's just easier to put into it. So I'm going to finish cleaning this up and then show you the final product. Here is the final product. So out of all those carrot tops, the leaves, after they are dried, pretty much filled up a 500 milliliter jar, or 1 pint for US measurements. So there is no particular smell to it, not that I notice, but it looks like parsley, but it's not parsley. I've got parsley drying in another dehydrator. Here is the final products that I have finally canned everything and ready to be set up for winter. Now these items have been all homegrown. We'll start with the small one. We've got parsley leaves. We have carrot top greens. Now this was actually really easy to make. So go back and watch the whole video and on the part of the carrot tops. This one is lemon balm, and it actually smells really nice, which I did not know what lemon balm was for a long time. And it actually is really good in a tea. Here we go. Here's rosehip buds, jar, and here we go. A little bit extra. And this one, basil. So I had to put a lot of both languages on there. That way if somebody asks me, depending on who it is, I know what I'm actually talking about. So basil was grown in a pot this year, outside, dried, leaves and stems, absolutely fantastic. Rosebud I picked off a bush. Lemon balm was growing in a container outside. The carrot tops are from the carrots in the garden, and this is absolutely worth it. This is stuff that you don't find in the store, just like zucchini powder. That same way. You don't find it at the store unless you make it yourself. And then parsley that was grown in the garden as well. Give this video a thumbs up. Always remember to label your container with the name of the item and the date. A lot of people just put the name of the item on the jar, but don't put the date. And then after a while, if you collect more of it, the same item, and you have multiple containers, then you can't remember all the dates when you dried them and when they have been stored. So for proper rotation, make sure you add the date onto the containers. If you have any questions or comments, just go ahead and type it below, and we'll see you guys on the next video. Bye.